Tonight we unveil a tenacious hero, whose every step feels like it's from Braveheart. When he saw his report card, it was like stepping on a banana peel, as Notre Dame doesn't accept junior transfers. If he fails in the fourth semester, his past efforts will be like sandcastles on a beach. Rudy was lost, but the priest comforted him. The priest's words were like a spark, igniting Rudy's dreams to burn brighter. After the fourth semester, the truth moments here his last chance. Rudy didn't open it, but went to campus like a movie star. He plopped down on a cold, hard rock, filled with determination, and bravely opened the envelope only to find he was finally accepted. Rudy's tears flowed like a waterfall. A 2-year effort finally paid off. He couldn't wait to return to the steel mill. He proudly handed the acceptance letter to his dad, who could hardly believe his eyes. His son had made it, filling him with pride. He declared his joy over the factory PA system like a news anchor. His older brother looked a tad awkward, but deep inside, he was thrilled for Rudy. Rudy proved those who ever underestimated him wrong. But getting into Notre Dame didn't mean he could waltz onto the team. After all, the team only recruits 15 players each year, and there were 95 competitors this time. For Rudy, who was built more like a sparrow, it was a mammoth challenge. As the coach laid down the rules, the nerve-wracking training began. On this familiar green field, he moved like a little flea, each action light as a feather. In earlier drills, he wasn't far behind, but in tackling, Rudy's edge vanished. Against bulkier opponents, even though he was fearless and bled a bit, winning was not in the cards for. However, his relentless spirit caught the eye of an assistant coach, but another coach was firmly against the idea. After a heated argument, the assistant coach called Rudy aside and asked him 2 questions. Is this for real? Do you think you can keep this up for the next 5 months? Coach, in totally game. Hearing Rudy's answer, the coach's conviction grew and decided to bring Rudy on board. Rudy was over the moon. He was even more ecstatic than when he got the Notre Dame acceptance letter, racing to thank the administrator for his help over the past 2 years. He even invited him to come watch his games, leaving the administrator puzzled. Wait, y'all actually. However, when Rudy arrived, he discovered he was merely a practice dummy, but he didn't get discouraged. He resolved to play his part well, hoping to showcase his skills for a chance to hit the field. But the training intensity was like nothing he'd faced. The first-string players were bowling him over like a rag doll. Rudy struggled to stand after such hits, but he refused to give up and got back on his feet each time. The more the first-stringers dismissed him, the harder Rudy worked. In their eyes, he was just a show-off clown. Is this a real game? Dude, you don't have to go all out. After practice, the vice-captain asked why he was so serious. Rudy's response made the vice-captain feel like the real clown here. In the following practices, everyone started treating training like the real deal, thanks to Rudy. However, he often got banged up. One day, sporting a face full of bruises, Rudy proudly told his family, "I made the team." But his family didn't buy it since they'd never seen him on TV during the Notre Dame games. Facing their skepticism, Rudy declared confidently, "Y'all see me soon." Once back with the team, Rudy sprinted to the coach, begging for just one shot to play just once. But the coach turned him down, saying the team's goal was to snag the NCAA championship. Every position required the strongest players, and Rudy clearly didn't meet the requirements yet. However, what Rudy said next changed the coach's mind. He promised Rudy he'd let him play at least once next season. This made Rudy extremely delighted, and he quickly called his dad to share the good news. Before every game, Rudy would always check the roster. Even though his name was never there, he knew he was getting closer to his dream. But plans never go as expected. Just before the season started, the head coach unexpectedly resigned. Rudy's promise of playing evaporated, but he didn't give up against fate's pranks. He kept pushing himself, telling himself that maybe the new coach would discover his worth. As the season kicked off, his hopes soared even higher, yet his name never appeared on the list. Over and over again, hope gave way to disappointment, and in the chill of winter, his enthusiasm slowly froze over. With dwindling hope, Rudy checked the roster for the last game of the season, yet his name was still absent. Ready to graduate, Rudy collapsed on the last step of his dream, utterly hopeless. After 2 years with the team, he missed a training session for the first time, and the admin let him have it. The admin then shared his own tale of once being a player himself who quit in half due to riding the pine. Just a few days had passed when he began to feel regretful, and Rudy was profoundly touched upon hearing it. With renewed spirit, he donned his jersey and hit the field again. Teammates applauded his return with cheer.